Hi guys, welcome to Python Coding by a Kid. So in this video we are starting Booleans. So let's start. So now as you can see here, so on all the topics we covered, Booleans, we have come to the part Booleans. So Booleans only use two words, true and false. That's all. They can be used to decide if something is true or false. For example, if your name and my name are the same, then it would be true. Or else if they are not the same, then it would be false. So it's very simple. And one interesting thing is that you can literally add true plus false. And yeah. So booleans, if you could say, so it's like binary. So there are only two digits, 1 and 0. So true is 1 and false is 0. So that's how we can add it. True plus false is equal to 1 because 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. And then, so now in booleans, what we're going to do, so here are some key facts. It is only two values, true and false. We can add, subtract, multiply, but we cannot divide because false is 0, right? Because false stands for 0, we cannot divide 1 divided by 0. We can't do that or else it will create an error. We can also use modulus, exponentation, and fuller division. I will show you what these are actually when we start. And then another one is we can make a value like true or false. We can use relational operators, which is like how you can relate, and then we can use all logical operators. We can use identity operators. We can also assign variables to booleans, like for example name is equal to true, and we can print. So let's see, and by the way there are a lot of we can use. Okay, so let's see booleans. So here is a simple thing: print true, print false. Shift enter. If you can see, oh, okay, see, true and false came up. So that's how. This is very simple. And now we're coming to adding and like addition, math with booleans. So like I said, right, true is equal to 1 and false is equal to 0. So here it is. Print true plus false, print false plus false, print true plus true. See, for example, true plus false, right? 1 plus 0 is 1. So that's the first one. And then false plus false. 0 plus 0 is 0, right? Because false is equal to 0 and true is equal to 1. And then true plus true is 1 plus 1, so it's 2. You can do subtraction too, like at the bottom one. And also you can experiment too, like 1 and false minus true, which is 0 minus 1. And if you don't know that, just skip it. It's my negative 1. True minus true is 0 because 1 minus 1 is 0. And then false minus false, 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay. And this is also review on math too. And multiplication. Multiplication is simple. 1 times 0. Like true is 1, false is 0, right? Oops. So true times false. So 1 times 0. Let me run this. Oops. See, true times 1 times 0 is 0. And then 1 times 1 is 1. 0 times 1 is 0. And 0 times 0 is 0. And by the way, if you multiply anything by 0, you get 0. Okay, so here are the basic operators. Like I said, we can't divide because it will raise an error. And other math operators. So actually, I'll tell you. And by the way, there are gonna be multiple parts. So in these, I'm just going over the I'm going not very deep, but in the next video we're gonna go deep into each one. So there'll be three parts for Booleans and other math operators. So you see, by the way, the division symbol is this symbol is a front slash. So this is the division symbol, and I'll show you. So plus symbol, minus symbol, time symbol, the star one, and dividing the front slash. So these are the basic ones, but as you can see, so I'll show you. So this is called floor division or integer division. So for example, I'll show you. So 10 divided by 3 will give you 3.33, but and just keep on going forever. See, if you see here, it will get, this is float because this is float division. And in case we do another thing, which is 10 divided by 3, if we hover over it, it will show int. Int stands for integer, and integer is a single number like 1, 2, 3, 4 without the decimal point. So let me run each one. So print, whoops. Okay, so if I run this, you can see the first one, 10 divided by 3 is 3.333. But for 10 divided by 3, why is it showing 3? It's because it rounds it. So because of 3.33335, you can see this 5 at the back. Don't forget that. So that, so it some it like only gives the integer. So it takes out all these 3.333s and just gives 3. So that's what these two backslashes are for. And then modulus is simple. It divides something and gives back the remainder. So if you don't know what a remainder is, for example, like I said, right, 10 divided by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, right? And then we have to get to 10, but we can't add another 3. So there's a remainder of 1, which means there's 1 left over. So it gives back 1. So for example, if I do 10 modulus 3, see, it gives back 1. It divides it and then gives the remainder. So that's what it is. And then this is exponential. So for example, let's say 3 exponentation 3. So it just multiplies 3 times. Like 3 times 3 is 9. And then again times 3 is 27. Like that. So to the power of. So 3 to the power of 3. Like that. So if I just run this. Alright, by the way, we cannot divide. So we can do modulus. Like for example, true, modulus, true. See? Oh my god. By the way, false is 0, so it gets a bit complicated when you divide it. Okay, yeah, see now it came. True divided by true is 1 because 1 divided by 1 is 1. And then true divided by true is like 1 divided by 1. And then there's no remainder, right? So it's 0 because 1 goes evenly with 1. And then true type to the power of false. So it's 1 to the power of 0. So that means you just multiply 1 times nothing, which gives, you just multiply 1 times 1, which gives you 1. Okay, so now we're finally done with the math. That must have been like big. Okay, so now assign variables. So we can assign variables like name is equal to true. So, and then name is equal to false, all uppercase. So if we print name, it will come true because name is equal to true, all the lowercase. And also we can, by the way, we can also do something like, here's something. So, you know, a for loop is very simple. So, I'll just teach you right now. So we write for I in range. So I is the object, like for object in range. So range is like the how far should go. So if we write 5 over here, so range over here 1 to 5, like that. So like that. So for I in range, then you put a colon, and then we put now we can use an if statement too. I'll teach you an if statement. So, for example, if if 2 is equal to 2, so this is a relational operator. So equal, you can't just write a simple equal to sign because it won't understand. You have to write two equals because it might think you're making like 2 is equal to 2 up here like that. So we have to write double equal marks, and then we put another colon if 2 is equal to 2, which means is 2 and 2 the same? Of course it is. So we can write print true like that. See? So if we run it, it prints true 5 times because for I in range, it goes from 1 to 5. And then if in each one of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, it thinks, okay, is if 2 is equal to 2, then it'll print true. So it prints true 5 times like that. And by the way, this is not the only video that I'll show for I loops, for and if then. So relational operators. They, of course, show relations. So it print true is equal to false. So are true and false the same thing? No. So it will print false. And if is true greater than false? Of course it is because true is equal to 1 and false is equal to 0. And also this thing is is greater than or equal to. So for example, if we wrote false over here instead of true, then it would still be true because false is equal to false. So if you know math a bit well, this sign over here is greater than or equal to. And this sign here is less than or equal to. You can skip these two, or if you want, you can test it yourself to test your skills. And then this one at the bottom is a bit interesting. So it's this exclamation mark and equal to. So that means it's not equal to. So is false not equal to false? No, because false and false are the same thing. So if we run these, it will show false because true is not equal to false at the top. So you can play with it around. And then for logical operators, it's like and or. So for example, I'll just write something for I in range 5. We can do if 2 is equal to 2, or 3 is equal to 3, print that's right. So as you can see here, this is, so it's used or. So for example, if one of these are true, then it will print. So for example, if this is 3, then it will print. Whoops, got something. So it prints it 5 times because one of these have to be the same. So if I do this 2, it won't print anything because 2 is not equal to 3. So and 2 is not equal to 3 again. So that's why. So if you see here, this might be confusing. Both of these, only in both of these, one of them has to be the same. Then it will print that's right. So simple. And if we use and then both of these have to be the same, not one. Both of these have to equal, both of these have to be true because 3 is equal to 3 and 3 is equal to 3. Both of them are true. So print that's right. So like that. And that's all in this video because it got a bit long. So I hope you like this video, and in the next video we'll learn about Booleans part 2 where we'll go deeper into each one. And also, by the way, I wanted to show you something. So I made this game called the snake game. So I'll show you it. So if you can see here, this is a snake game. So I made a snake game. So I will teach you sometime how you do it. Just it will we have to get a bit far. So this is the snake game. It uses the turtle module. If you know the turtle module, it's just a turtle. So it's something special, very special. So if I run it, it's a turtle game. So you can see this is the turtle. You have to try to eat the turtle. Like you said, this is the snake, the disco ball, and you should not touch these red ones, or else you'll die. And there's a score and high score, and the background changes too. And every 5 seconds, the food goes. So if you can see here, see if you die, if you touch the border, you'll restart and you'll die, and the score resets to 0. And there's a high score. So for example, if see the score is increasing whenever I eat turtles. See, I just died after touching a red thing. So if I show you, I'll touch a red thing and I'll die. And if I get a turtle, then also the more turtles I eat, the more faster I go. See, I'm going a bit faster. And if you touch your own self, so for example, if you have such a long snake and you touch your own self, then you will die because you eat your own body like that. So if the snake gets so long and you accidentally touch you actually touch your own body part, then you will die. So it uses a bunch of if then, and there's some stuff like it makes each turtle, each food and everything. So it's a really big game, like a big, very big. So if I just scroll all the way down, there's 214 lines. So it's a very great game. So if you this is like so if you start learning, then you can like make these too. So it's a really great thing if you learn. So because like you can make these fun games. So like I said, I hope you like this video and see you in the next part. We'll see you in the next part of Booleans. Bye.